So in Jacob Collier's version of Moon River, there is one essential but beautiful and yet simple chord variation to play for chord 4 that he utilizes. Check this out. I'm in the key of D flat. It goes like this. This chord. How beautiful is that? That is so beautiful. I want to show you this because this is a variation of chord 4. So fundamentally in the D flat major scale, this is a really good option to know. Chord 1 would be major, chord 2 would be minor, 3 would be minor, 4 would be major, and pay attention to that because we're going to be coming back and looking at that. 5 major, 6 minor, 7 diminished, or a first inversion of chord 5, which is a major. Yeah, A flat major, and finishing on the tonic. So look at chord 4. Fundamentally it would just be a G flat major. But listen to how Jacob plays it. He plays it like this, in combination with the melody, dare I say, because the melody note is on that C. So the full chord that's created is this. You've kind of got, you could see this as like a slash chord. So you've got A flat major in the right hand and G on the left hand. So ultimately it's still chord 4, but it's the sound that's created when you get the 5 on the right hand. You've got that kind of sharp 4, that kind of Lydian sound. Yeah, the 4th degree of the major scale. Yeah, that is so beautiful. So once again, I'll give you a bit more context. So moon, river, right here, etc, etc. It's that chord. That is so beautiful, and that's a really good variation to know. Rather than saying, if I made up a chord progression that went D flat major, E minor, E flat minor, B flat minor, and then G flat major, which will be that chord 4. I'll play it one more time. So you got chord 1, chord 2, chord 6, and chord 4. Now I'm going to include this variation. So on my right hand I'm going to have this A flat major chord with G flat on the left hand, but it's still going to be chord 4 because G flat is going to be on the bass. Check it out. Chord 1, 2, here we go. It's like a longing, so deep you could even resolve it back to so it's a little bit like a suspension, like a sus chord really. If I played a sus chord on chord 4, it would be this, which would resolve. So that's going on my right hand, going down a tone from where we are. So this G flat, playing a major of that would be a sus chord, a suspended chord. There's a few different ways to play sus chords. You could also play this one, a sus 4. It's got that longing, that tension and release. But Jacob's version, in terms of this, it's not a sus chord, but it's definitely got that effect, that tension, which then can be released. That G flat, yeah. So think about this simply. On the right hand, we're just playing chord 5 over chord 4. Yeah, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. So let's apply this, because a lot of these concepts are really worth practicing in all 12 keys. So that way you're never ever limited. So if you just go up to the key of D, for example, I'll make up a chord progression. Actually, let me play Jacob's one so you can actually hear it for Moon River. It'll be like this. There it is right here. Yeah, yeah. That's so beautiful. So where did that chord come from? Well, in the key of D. This is the major scale. So chord 1, major, 2, minor. It's the same regardless of what key that you're in terms of the fundamental major and minor, and in terms of chord 7 that diminish. But the fundamental triad chords are going to be the same order in terms of major, minor. So 1 is always major, 2 is minor, 3 is minor, 4 is major, 5 is major, 6 is major, 7 is diminished or a first inversion of A major. Yeah, that's a common one that's used in a lot of pop music. This sound right here, yeah, that's quite abrasive, but this one is definitely more subtle. And I've heard this one used a lot, especially by Jacob as well. Alright, so for this chord progression, so for Moon River we have 1. Then we go into like a first inversion of chord 1. And then here we go, so we're going to have chord 5 on the right hand. I'm playing an inversion, I can play it like this in root position. On my left hand I've got that G. Yeah. I really like this voicing though, because it highlights the clash between this tritone interval between the G on the bass and this top voiced C sharp. I really like that. I really like that approach. So if we made up a chord progression then, let's go 6, B minor, 5, straight to the 4. We'll do that. Hear the difference now with that sharp 11, or let's call it the slash chord. So 5, chord 5/4. Yeah. So it'd be this is without the slash chord. This is a straight G major. I'll play it again. Hey. There we go. There it is right there. That longing that's created by playing the right hand. I'm playing a second inversion of A major. On my left hand I've got the G. You can resolve it back to the G. Yeah. Oh. Just a straight G major for chord 4. There we go. Yeah. Now some further application of this can be done on chord 1. I've heard Jacob do this one. Now this one's a radical one, because in the context of playing an A major in the key of D, the A majors in all these notes are in representation of the D major scale, so all these notes belong to the D major scale. But as we know, this is going to be fundamentally a major chord for chord 4. Likewise, chord 1 is a major. So we can do a similar thing. I've heard Jacob end something like this. Check this out. So if I'll just play some chords. And then I'm going to end right here. I've heard him do stuff like this. Which is the same kind of, that tension that's created in that exact same way. If you notice with the G, when we had it on chord 4, our right hand goes up a tone, so we're playing 5/4, the 5th degree chord with the 4th note of the major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're doing exactly the same thing, but let's just think about this quickly in terms of on the right hand, we're just going to go up a tone and play a major of that. Likewise with the chord 1, we just go up a tone on the right hand and play a major of that. Now interestingly enough, E would normally be, as chord 2 would be a minor. So in this context, we're going to actually break the rule and put in that G sharp in there. So you've actually got a note outside of the D major scale. Yeah. That's a head turner to finish like that. So imagine, fundamentally you might just want to finish on, or expect to finish on 1. But Jacob's approach is definitely more experimental. Finish on that 1, but then you can go into that. Yeah. Exactly the same feel, but in a different context. It's that same sound. Yeah, what we'd refer to as that Lydian. So in this context, the 4th degree of, so the D would be the 4th of A, and the Lydian mode is based on the major scale, but starting on the 4th degree of the scale. So A major is as such. I'll actually play the A major scale. Wow, putting it up here. Alright, so this is the A major scale. So we'll start on the 4. Still playing the A major scale, but starting on the 4 and ending on the 4. So that last chord that I played in the key of D very much is harking to the key of A. So we're pulling from a different idea, from a different world, just for a moment. Yeah. Let me give you one more application. So we'll do it for both chord 4. Let's go to the key of C, and also for the 1. So let's just start with Moon River. So it's a good place to start, and something I would encourage you to do as you go systematically through all 12 keys. Just start with the foundation of Moon River. Just start with chord 1, and then first inversion, and then here we go. You could just start with that. So you can have chord 1, first inversion of chord 1, move into this 5 on the right hand with our 4 note on the left hand, and then just moving back to our first inversion of chord 1. Yeah, once you get that under your belt and really kind of hear that sound that's created at this particular point of playing that 5/4, getting comfortable with that, then you can start to make up your own progression and flip the 4. So rather than it just being a F major chord, then you can start to, do this this 5/4 approach. So let's make up a chord progression. Let's go chord 1. Let's go 1, 6, 2 to the 4. We'll do that. So 1, 6. There we go. It's so subtle, and you don't even have to stay there for too long. You can just get there and move away. Get that resolve. Remember, we're on the right hand. I'm playing this second inversion option just by choice. To that 5, chord 5 on the right hand. Look at that 4 note on the left hand. Yeah. One more time. Chord 1, a bit slower. 6, 2. Here we go. That tension. Resolve. Yeah. Hey. And then say I want to finish on chord 1. There it is right there. I'm harking to that D major, so I'm thinking likewise what we did with the 4. Went up a tone, playing 5 on the right hand. I'm just going up a tone. Yeah, I'm playing this D major over the C. What a way to finish. What a way to finish. So there you go. A beautiful concept from Moon River. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care. Bye for now.